section was a purple gangland rock.
There's something haunting about a final performance. Sometimes neither the artist nor the audience knows it's goodbye. Other times, the sense of finality hangs heavy in the air. Today, we're counting down 10 rock legends whose last shows became the stuff of myth, moments frozen in time, never to be repeated. These are the artists who gave everything on stage, then left us with only memories. 10. Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley's last concert took place on June 26, 1977 at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis. The King was visibly struggling with his health, but when the lights hit him, he transformed, delivering a passionate set for nearly 18,000 fans. He performed classics like Jailhouse Rock, Hound Dog, and Can't Help Falling in Love. Despite his physical decline, Elvis's voice soared, and his charisma filled the room.
Both of Illinois would crash, boom, bang. The whole rhythm section was a purple gangland rock.
The show ended with Elvis introducing his father on stage and bidding the crowd, "We'll meet you again, God bless, adios." No one in the audience knew it would be his final goodbye.
Oh my darling, I love you.
Less than 2 months later, Elvis died at just 42, ending the era of early rock and roll. His last words on stage, adios, still echo as one of music's most poignant farewells.
Wise men say, only fools rush in.
9. Janis Joplin. Janis Joplin's last performance was at Harvard Stadium in Boston, August 12, 1970. The night almost didn't happen. Thieves had stolen the band's equipment, but Janis and her Full Tilt Boogie Band refused to let fans down, borrowing amps and instruments. They delivered a short but unforgettable set. Janis's voice was as raw and powerful as ever, belting out Mercedes-Benz and a stirring cover of Summertime. She joked and laughed with the crowd, masking her inner turmoil. The show lasted just 30 minutes, but her energy was unmistakable.
Mercedes-Benz, my friends all.
Less than 2 months later, Janis was found dead at 27. Her voice silenced, but her legend forever alive. That night in Boston was her last, a flash of brilliance before the darkness. 8. Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix's final show took place at the Love and Peace Festival on Fehmarn Island, Germany, September 6, 1970. The festival was a mess. Bad weather, technical issues, and a restless crowd threatened to derail everything.
Hey, can we just have one kind of hurry? We saw the film there. Stop it for a second.
But Hendrix took the stage and played with intensity, closing with Voodoo Child, Slight Return. Despite the chaos, his guitar work was mesmerizing, and his performance electrified the rain-soaked audience. Just 12 days later, Hendrix died in London at age 27. His last concert, raw and unpredictable, stands as a poignant farewell from rock's greatest guitarist. 7. Kurt Cobain, Nirvana. Nirvana's final concert was March 1, 1994, at Terminal 1 in Munich, Germany, a converted airplane hangar. Kurt Cobain was visibly unwell, his voice strained and his energy low, but the band pressed on. Technical problems plagued the night. The power failed during Come As You Are, and the acoustics were rough. Still, Nirvana powered through a 23-song set, ending with Heart-Shaped Box. Cobain's voice faltered, but the emotion was raw and unmistakable. Days later, Nirvana canceled the rest of their tour. Cobain returned home, and just over a month later, he was gone. That final bow in Munich was a somber, powerful goodbye from a voice that spoke for a generation. 6. Freddie Mercury, Queen. Queen's last show with Freddie Mercury was August 9, 1986 at Knebworth Park, England. Over 120,000 fans witnessed a masterclass in showmanship and emotion. Mercury led the band through a career-spanning set, One Vision, Bohemian Rhapsody, Radio Gaga, and more. The encore, We Will Rock You, and We Are the Champions, brought the night to an emotional close. As God Save the Queen played, Freddie waved goodbye, disappearing into the darkness. The band didn't know it was their last show, but Mercury did. He never performed live again, passing away 5 years later.
Life had just begun.
That night, Queen and Freddie left everything on the stage. 5. Jim Morrison, The Doors. Jim Morrison's final performance with The Doors was at the Warehouse in New Orleans, December 12, 1970. The show started strong, but Morrison, battling addiction and exhaustion, soon sat on the stage barely able to sing. The band tried to rally, but Morrison smashed his microphone stand into the floor, ending the set abruptly. After that night, The Doors never played live with Morrison again. He moved to Paris and died 7 months later at just 27. That chaotic, haunting show in New Orleans was the last time the Lizard King commanded a stage. 4. John Lennon. John Lennon's last full live performance was with Elton John at Madison Square Garden, November 28, 1974. Lennon joined Elton for Whatever Gets You Through the Night, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and I Saw Her Standing There. It was a triumphant return to the stage, Lennon's first major concert in years. The crowd was ecstatic, and Lennon seemed at peace, joking and embracing Elton. It would be his final bow. 6 years later, Lennon was murdered outside his New York apartment. That joyful, surprise appearance remains his last gift to fans, a moment of pure musical joy. 3. Otis Redding. Otis Redding's last show was at Leo's Casino in Cleveland, December 9, 1967. The next day, his plane crashed en route to a gig in Wisconsin, taking his life at just 26. Redding had just recorded Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay, a song that would become his signature. His final performance was full of energy and soul, with Redding giving everything on stage, unaware it would be his last.
Oh, too long.
The world lost one of its greatest soul voices far too soon, but that night in Cleveland, Otis left it all out there, heart, sweat, and soul. 2. Sid Vicious, Sex Pistols. The Sex Pistols' last show with Sid Vicious was January 14, 1978, at San Francisco's Winterland Ballroom. The tour had been chaotic, and the band was falling apart. Sid, strung out and barely able to play, snarled through My Way and No Fun. Johnny Rotten ended the show with Ever Get the Feeling You've Been Cheated? The band broke up days later. Sid died of a heroin overdose the following year. The Winterland gig remains punk's most infamous swan song, a chaotic, raw end to a revolution. 1. Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra's final public performance was February 25, 1995, at a private event in Palm Springs, California. At 79, Old Blue Eyes was frail but determined, singing The Best Is Yet to Come and My Way for an intimate crowd.
I've got you under.
His voice was softer, but the charisma was undimmed. Sinatra's last bow was a fitting end for a man who defined American music for half a century, leaving the stage with dignity, class, and a final salute. He never returned to the stage, but his final performance remains a testament to the power of showmanship and the enduring magic of a true legend.
Wise men say, only fools rush in.
These final performances are more than history. They're reminders of the fleeting magic of live music. Each one is a testament to the power of the stage and the artists who gave their all right up to the end. Which last show haunts you most? Did you witness any of these farewells? Share your memories in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more unforgettable moments in rock history.